Hello and welcome to another update video on SUI. Well, the SUI chart has performed quite well on Friday, like many other altcoins. Obviously, Bitcoin dominance is dropping, altcoins are starting to recover, and we see movements to the upside, mostly three-wave movements so far from the lows of last week. I mean, it's been a week now since the market has potentially bottomed, in this fourth wave or wave two. Obviously, the idea is currently that some kind of a low formed there. That's kind of been the theme of the week, right? We said, okay, possibly a low of sorts is formed there. We were identifying 5-wave movements to the upside on several altcoin charts from the swing lows of last weekend. And then we had a micro 5-wave move up. It was a corrective pullback. And now we are pushing higher into that blue target zone. And actually, the third wave has now done what it needed to do. We've reached $3.84. And so I think when I made the last video, we hadn't quite reached it. But the price is sort of in that area now. And this is the first ideal target for a third wave, usually just based on guidelines. And then afterwards, we should get a wave 4. And then ideally another wave 5. Now, this is kind of low confidence because the move up can be an ABC structure, right? So try to explain it as simple as possible. But there are two scenarios I'm tracking there, both bullish. And then, in the yellow scenario, I'm tracking a diagonal pattern from the June low. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. In this scenario, just based on the context, the wave 5 should be an ABC structure. And what you need to know is an A wave can be 5 waves or 3 waves. And I currently base the chart analysis on that. So I have to account for the potential that this pullback is either a wave 4 or a B wave. So I have to allow space, I have to allow enough room that, for example, a B wave could be unfolding, which technically has room all the way down to $3.39. That's 78.6 retrace level of the rally that started last weekend. But if it's a wave 4 pullback, it shouldn't be that deep. We might only reach 364, 356 maybe. But technically, because the A wave can be 3 waves, which there's no way of knowing that. We just have to monitor closely how the pullback unfolds, maybe over the weekend, maybe early next week. But I'd say there's a good chance that over the weekend, we just might see some consolidation. And if it's sideways consolidation, it might easily be a wave 4. Then we get one more high, and then we have 5 waves up. That one more high might take us to maybe $4, $4.09, and then we can add support for yellow wave B. But that's the next step, yeah. For now, we'll see if the market can hold micro support. Again, micro support is between 339 and 364. This internal third wave has done what it needs to do, but it's not too high so that I could rule out the blue count, It's the same scenario, just in case it didn't come across. Thesis, a low formed here, possibly in a wave 4. This is now 3 waves up. If we get 5, then it's more clearly bullish, yeah. But technically, as long as we're holding 339, I would keep the door open for higher prices, yeah. And now we might not see much more upside until next week, but sometimes when the market is indeed bullish, the weekends are also bullish. But most frequently, weekends are rather quiet. But definitely, I keep an eye on any volatile price action here. But we have to give the market room to 339. That's basically just the buffer zone it needs, just accounting for volatility. And the next resistance levels specifically are located here around 394. That's the next fib level, but it's also here the previous swing high. And basically I'm watching over the weekend here for some consolidation, which ideally is a wave 4. That would be the most bullish, most straightforward pathway, because then one more high gives us 5 waves, and I will add support for wave B afterwards, which could then set the stage for a C wave rally. I'll keep you updated about that. So yeah, that's the update on SUI. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.